Welcome, Kudas, to the November episode of the Agriculture Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan. This episode is dedicated to Thanksgiving, a celebration of the harvest. Traditionally, crops would be grown and harvested during the spring and summer months and used to create the Thanksgiving feast to celebrate good yields that will last through the fall and winter months. Traditional American Thanksgiving foods include turkey, mashed potatoes, cranberries, mac and cheese, bread, stuffing, green bean and sweet potato casseroles, gravy, and of course the classic pie desserts. We recently conducted a survey, and thank you to everyone who voted for their favorite pie. Our options were pumpkin pie, apple pie, blueberry pie, pecan pie, and sweet potato pie. Our winner was apple pie with 41.3%. Second place was pumpkin pie, and third place was pecan pie. With Thanksgiving just around the corner, today's episode is all about the history of three iconic Thanksgiving pies: pumpkin pie, apple pie, and blueberry pie. Let's dig in. First on our list is the beloved pumpkin pie. This classic dessert has deep roots in American history, dating back to the early settlers. When the Pilgrims arrived in America, they were introduced to pumpkins by Native Americans. These early settlers quickly incorporated pumpkins into their diet, often hollowing them out and filling them with milk, honey, and spices before baking them in the ashes of a fire. However, the sweet and spiced pumpkin pie we enjoy today evolved over time. By the 19th century, recipes for pumpkin pie that resemble our modern version began appearing in American cookbooks. Next up, let's talk about apple pie. Although apple pie is often thought of as quintessentially American, its origins actually lie in England. The first recorded recipe for apple pie dates back to 1381 in England, long before the first Thanksgiving. Early colonists brought apple seeds to America, which were then cultivated into the diverse apple varieties we have today. Apple pie became a popular dessert among the settlers, who adapted their traditional recipes to include the apples grown in their new homeland. Finally, we have blueberry pie, a dessert with strong ties to the indigenous people of North America. Blueberries are native to North America and were an important part of the diet for many Native American tribes. They used blueberries in various dishes, including what might be considered early versions of pies. European settlers quickly adopted blueberries into their own recipes, and by the 19th century, blueberry pie had become a popular dessert. Our officers had their own voting and tasting of pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie, and apple pie. Let's see if their result is the same as the rest of our academies. The winner from their voting was pumpkin pie. Next, here are several pictures from Reef's own Harvest Festival. Thank you for tuning in to this episode filled with the history of Thanksgiving pies. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving filled with family, comfort, and of course, plenty of pie. Comment on what your favorite Thanksgiving dish is. Happy Thanksgiving!